Hey guys, let me get this. I should have it loaded. I know. I know you don't like a long video, so I'm going to break this into segments. You'll probably get one and whatever, maybe later some. Because I know people don't like a long video. Everybody's like programmed to be in a hurry. Your mentor. Some of you know, some of you don't. A real brief background. That's all this is, and I will be brief. 1994. I actually got married in 1990. Yeah, take it easy. Imagine being married to me. And in 1993, my daughter was born. So what I did as a warehouse manager for 4.5 years. This is how I consider this normal. 99 out of 100 people consider this insane, but hey. I bought a house for my family. Daughter's being born. Quit my job of 4.5 years. The reason? I don't know. I was having a kid. Beautiful girl, to raise my kids. So the reason I started all this, I barely got out of high school. Barely, but anyway, after I quit, I started, I read a book by Lee Cook, and it said, what's your biggest fear? And I was like, knocking on a door and trying to sell something to somebody's house. And I turned the page, and he said, do it tomorrow. I'm like, son of a gun. So, and this is the way it is. I mean, if you think about it, this thinking is what got me here and what's going to get you there. It works. So I did it. I studied this thing. Well, I had already studied up to that point. And the first 2 days, I just drove around. I couldn't even get out of the car or whatever. My wife's like, you quit your jobs. Can you imagine? I'm like, I got it. I was making pretty good money back then. So anyway, the third, fourth day, she goes with me, and we're in the driveway. She goes, go and sell that thing so we can eat and crap. So I knock on the door, nervous. I don't know. It worked. When something has to work, so I put so much pressure on myself. I'm not saying it's right, but to me, it makes all the sense in the world. I had to sell it, so I did. So I was off and running. Then I started networking offices because computers were big. I knew nothing. I just bought a book. It was called Fox Pro. And I ran an ad, hey, you want me in that core office? And people would hire me. And I don't even know what I'm doing. So one time a guy came back. He had a company of like 18 employees. It was like 2 in the morning. He forgot something. And I'm sitting there with the light on with this book like this. He goes, what are you doing? He goes, well, your printer went down and I have to learn, how to fix the printer before I can fix the printer. He just laughed. He goes, that's insane, but yeah, that's cool. I just figured it out. I mean, just like this, when you get into real estate, just do it. Believe me, just do it. And you have a person, a nutbag like this. This is just the beginning. It's insane. Imagine being married, a dude buys a house, quits his job. It makes no sense. During that time, I learned to be a certified tax preparer. Something to do at night. 1996 was a refi boom. Mortgage rates dropped, so I became a mortgage broker. It's all commission based. You basically your own company. And then to supplement the short time frame between figuring out what I was going to do, I sold meat at night. Because why? Because it was the most insane thing in the world. So I worked at this company like 3 hours a night and just called people like out of the phone book, man, you want some meat? And I was their top salesman because I had to do it. 97, I completed business mastership. So you can see as I go along here, I'm preparing myself. I knew this is what I was never, ever, ever, ever going to quit. And that's so key. That's why chapter 1's attitude. I knew I was never going back. Once you sniff making money, just waking up and figuring out making money, you can't go back. And in fact, it's in the manual. It's a person that moves forward doesn't go backwards. It's just not, you'll see. 2002, purchased a mortgage company. After I was a broker, and I had 14 employees. I sold it in 07 because I saw it coming. They were giving people loans I wouldn't give $20 to. So I sold it. If there's misspellings here, I'm dyslexic, so some words might be backwards, but to me they look normal. 08 was a crash. I mean, that was just luck. I'm not like intelligent. I was like, this ain't going to work. And I didn't know what the liability was. Sold the company, stayed home, traveled, took a little time, obviously raised the kids, and I just worked from home. And I went to this seminar in the weekend, and I completed a stock trading thing, and I day traded. I did it for months, and I did well. I mean, but you can see a pattern here. I'm nuts, but I did well. I still day trade today, but not full time. But that is when I'm done with real estate. When I sell the company, that's what I want to do. I love day trading, but real estate's it's really my heart and soul. It's my passion. I love real estate. 2010, I did my first flip, and I did that because I got a mentor. I paid this dude 10 grand for 1 month. I go, best money I ever spent. I go, dude, let me follow you. This guy made like $1 million a year flipping houses and wholesaling. So I learned both of these. But he made more money flipping. I make more money wholesaling. I just took. This is a concept I grabbed. That's cool, but that's a lot of work. It's a lot, but you make about 20-30% of what you make in a flip, but you don't do any work. So that made more sense to me. That's why I did it. So 2010, June of 2010, I still have my invoice. First wholesale deal, I made $500. I was hooked. Open houses, Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I'm at now. It's about 9 years in on this thing. Last week, wholesale deals, I did 5. I did East 132. These are all had deposits on them. They also close by the 25th of this month. That's 1 week. I'll sell about 2 more this week. Usually do about, I don't know. If I work, like sometimes I only work like 2 days, you know. Well, you know, it's winter. It gets dark. Sometimes I get depressed, read a book or something. One time I was laying here and I watched Law and Order Marathon for 2 days. I'm like, what are you doing? So I had to go back to work. 132, 119, 110, 39. Those are all gone. Probably the average of those is maybe about 3,200 margin on those. Now that's gross. You got expenses, things like that. But I mean, that's pretty much, that's good for, you know, that's a good week. I mean, how else do you say it? That was, today's what? March 3rd, 2019. This was last week. Well, you can't see the board. So simple this again. Now the next video I'll get into the actual software, cloud things you need. And basically they're all free. But I'm going to break them up so it's not all one long video and I have to go back and forth because you guys are probably bored already. But anyway, thanks for listening. If I know how to turn this off, I just got this software. Here we go. It was only like $30. Isn't it cool? It records crap. Real estate's great, man. Just have fun. And if I could turn it off, there it is. Hey, see you, whatever. What do they say? Flip side? There's no flip side here.